Okay, here we are with our geometry videos for chapter 6. This is number 26. And we're asked to determine if the two triangles given are congruent or not. And we have to explain why, if they are, and then complete the congruent statement. And ultimately, maybe use that idea to find the missing value. So, in this triangle, we have two angles, 70 and 60. In this triangle, we have two angles, 70 and 50. So right now, one of them definitely matches up, and the other one doesn't, but we can use triangle sum theory to see if we can find the missing angle. So I'm going to just call this angle x for now, and so x is going to be the sum of all the angles in the triangle, minus 70 minus 60. And so 180 minus 70 is 110, 110 minus 60 is 50, so x does equal 50. I think we'll find if we do something similar for this triangle, k is going to end up being 60. So these triangles are definitely similar, I can tell, because the three angles in this triangle are identical to the three angles in this triangle. So similar, yes. Now to determine if you're congruent, I'm going to look at the side that we were given as marked. DE, it says, matches up with LJ here. Now because this angle is in between 50 degrees and 70 degrees in this triangle, and it's also in between 50 degrees and 70 degrees in this triangle, it means that they are congruent. They are congruent by angle, side, angle. Congruency. Right? 50 degrees match up, 70 degrees match up, there's our two angles, and the side in between those two angles also matches up. So congruent by angle, side, angle. Which means, if we do our congruence statement, that triangle DEF is congruent to triangle, well, D matches up with L, E matches up with J, and F matches up with K. So triangle DEF is congruent to triangle LJK. And then it says if DE equals 4 units, what is KL? Okay, well these two triangles are the same. So if I can find DF, I can find KL. So I just need to find what DF is. We'll call this Y. If we can find what DF is, then we can find what KL is. And I'm going to find that using the law of sines. So the sine of 60 over 4 equals the sine of 70 over Y. So we're going to cross multiply here, right? We're going to do 4 times the sine of 70 equals y times the sine of 60, and then figure out what we have there. Let's get out the calculator. So let's do the sine of 70 times 4. So there was the cross multiplication there. And then we're going to have to divide that by whatever the sine of 60 is. So we take the sine of 60, work that out, it ends up being y is 4, and disappeared, 4.34. So if y is 4.34, since DF matches up with KL, KL is also 4.34 as well. If you have any questions about how we determined if those triangles were similar, and then ultimately congruent, or if you're troubled as to how we figured out the length of that segment using the law of sines, please feel free to leave a question or comment.